You've just had a fight. The dust is settling, your heart is still pounding, and you know you have to say something. So you take a deep breath, walk over to your partner, and you whisper the words that are supposed to make everything better. "I'm sorry," but instead of relief, you see their shoulders stiffen. Instead of a hug, you get a blank stare. Maybe they snap. That doesn't fix anything. Or they turn away, leaving you feeling like your apology was completely invisible. You meant it. You really did. So why didn't it land? This is the quiet, painful friction that wears relationships down. It's not that we don't want to apologize. It's that we're speaking a different love language of repair, and the message gets lost in translation. You might be offering an heartfelt act of service, washing all the dishes, fixing that broken shelf, making them coffee in the morning, while your partner is starving for a few specific verbal words that acknowledge exactly what they felt. And because you don't see their need, they feel unheard. And because they don't see your effort, you feel unappreciated. The good news is that this isn't about who loves who more. It's about matching your repair style to your partner's specific needs. Just like we have primary love languages, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, physical touch, we also have primary apology languages. These are the specific ways we receive an apology as genuine and healing. When you miss the mark, even the most sincere, "I'm sorry," can feel hollow. When you hit the target, an apology becomes a bridge back to emotional safety. Let's look at the 5 apology languages. And more importantly, let's map the most common friction points where an attempt at repair actually deepens the hurt. This is where the cycle of defensiveness gets stuck. First, there's expressing regret. For your partner, this isn't just saying the words, "I'm sorry." It's about emotionally sharing the pain they feel. They need to hear that you understand you hurt them and that you feel the weight of that hurt too. If their primary language is expressing regret, a simple, flat apology feels like you're checking a box. They need you to say, "I feel terrible that I made you feel that way. It breaks my heart to know I caused you pain." Without that emotional mirroring, they will feel like you don't really see what you did wrong. Next is accepting responsibility. This person needs the word "I" and the word "wrong" to be spoken clearly. "I was wrong. I made a bad choice. There is no excuse." If you try to apologize by saying, "I'm sorry you felt that way," or "I'm sorry, but the traffic was awful," you've just invalidated their entire need. To them, an apology without clear accountability is just a deflecting noise. They need you to own the action, not just the outcome. A common source of friction here is when a partner who speaks about acts of service, like cooking a special dinner after a fight, is paired with someone who needs accepting responsibility. The cook feels they've made amends. The eater feels manipulated, as if a meal can erase the need for a direct admission of fault. Then we have making restitution. This isn't about being bought off. It's about the need to see that you are actively trying to make things right, to restore balance. They need you to ask, "What can I do to make this better?" If you simply say, "Sorry," and walk away, they will feel like the debt is still unpaid. A partner who values restitution might need you to help with a task that was neglected or to create a plan to ensure the mistake doesn't happen again. The friction arises when you try to offer a verbal apology that lacks action. To them, words are cheap. Action is the proof. Genuinely repenting is the language of change. This person needs to hear that you are not just sorry for the past, but that you are committed to a different future. They need to hear a plan. I realize I snapped at you. I am going to work on pausing before I speak. If I feel myself getting angry, I will take a walk. I am sorry for what I did, and I am going to actively change it. If you only say, I won't do it again, without a strategy, they won't feel safe. The friction here is brutal when a partner who is very good at expressing regret, tears, hugs, sweet words, is paired with someone who needs repentance. The weepy hug feels lovely, but it offers no roadmap for the future, leaving the other partner feeling anxious and waiting for the next mistake. Finally, requesting forgiveness is the language of humility. This person needs you to directly ask, will you please forgive me? It's a surrender. It puts the power back in their hands. Without that direct request, they don't feel the apology is complete. They might feel like you just announced you're sorry and assumed everything is fine. The friction here is profound when a partner who is uncomfortable with vulnerability and who prefers to solve problems quietly through acts of service is with someone who needs to hear the question asked aloud. The silent fixer feels they have served their time. The forgiver feels they've been robbed of the chance to grant mercy. So, how do you stop the cycle? You start by taking a simple test. Ask yourself, and gently ask your partner, when I do something wrong, what makes me feel like it's truly over and we can reconnect? Do you need to hear the specific words, I was wrong? Do you need to see me wash your car? Do you need me to sit with you and feel your sadness? Do you need me to promise a change? Do you need me to kneel, metaphorically, and ask for your pardon? Then, you have to do the hardest part. Apologize in their language, not yours. This feels uncomfortable. If you are a fixer who shows love by doing things, it will feel fake to sit down and say, I was wrong, and I ask for your forgiveness. It might feel like you aren't doing anything. But for your partner, those words are the only thing that will repair the tear. Conversely, if your partner needs an act of service, they don't want you to sit there talking about your feelings for an hour. They want you to take out the trash and fix the sink. Here is the truth that changes everything. An apology is not about proving you are a good person. It is about giving your partner the specific reassurance they need to feel safe again. When you mismatch, you are essentially showing up to a feast with a book when your partner is hungry for bread. The book is valuable, but it doesn't feed them. Try this tonight. Think of a past argument that didn't resolve well. What did you offer? A hug? A favor? A detailed explanation of your side? Now ask yourself what your partner actually needed. Did they need to hear you say you were wrong without a but? Did they need you to put down your phone and look them in the eye and feel their frustration? If you can identify that one moment of mismatch, you have just unlocked the code to a deeper connection. It's not about never fighting. It's about fighting in a way that allows you to actually come back together. When you finally speak the apology language your partner is fluent in, you will see their face soften. You will feel the tension release. You will see that an effective apology isn't a defeat. It is the most powerful tool of emotional reconnection you possess. You are not just fixing a mistake. You are rebuilding trust, one perfectly spoken word, or one well-timed act at a time. So take the test, learn their language, and stop apologizing in a dialect they don't understand.